Hey folks, welcome to a new math lesson. So remember, good organizational technique. Remember to write down the date. Now it could be, September 14th for some people. It could be September 22nd. It could be September 30th. Just write down what date what it is exactly today, and it'll help you organize your notes a little bit better. Your name, you'll always write the same thing. For me, I'd write Tara. Our purpose today is going to be 1.2, rational numbers. So we took this down in the last lesson, but just as a reminder, a rational number is a number that can be written as a fraction. So for example, something like 1/3 is a rational number. Also, its decimal equivalent, or 0.3333333, going on forever and ever, but we know how to write that properly. It's going to be 3 with a bar over top. 0.3 repeating, even though it goes on forever, it's repeating. So that is also a rational number. 2 is a rational number, 4 over 7, negative 12 over 17. Those are all rational numbers. Oh, let me put in another one just for good measure. Negative 0.1. Okay, so rationals can be decimals, they can be negative, they can be fractions, they can be whole number. Numbers that cannot be written as a fraction are called irrational. Some irrational numbers are, we went through this again in the last lesson, but the square root of 2, or pi, or something like 7.3214789. Why not negative? Yep. 2105, and it goes on forever. Now you're noticing that this is non-repeating. There is no pattern. Okay, there's no reoccurring pattern that happens at a regular interval. So that is irrational. Let's go through the first example here. So we're going to be doing a lot of ordering and putting on number lines. I know, some of you guys don't like number lines, but if you think of number lines as not a ton of work, like just drawing a line like this and then just putting ticks at the appropriate spots, sometimes you'll only need 1 on a number line, sometimes you'll need 5, but you don't need to like go, okay, negative 12, negative 11, negative 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 12. You don't need to do that. You can just, we're in grade 9 now, and so we can just put the appropriate tick marks. That being said, if it's really helpful for you to have all of those numbers in, you go for it. So let's just do this question here. List the following numbers from least to greatest. So from littlest number to the biggest number. So I'm going to use my Q's column actually right now because I'm going to find this really helpful. So if I were to say something like 5.8, that's not a helpful 8. 5.8. 5.8 is the exact same thing as 5.80. Okay, you can put as many zeros after the decimal and it will maintain the same number. Now that's not the case, you don't have to write this part down, when you have a number like this. 5 does not equal 50. But if it's after the decimal place, meaning if it's to the right of the last digit, so like in this situation it's 8, you can put as many zeros in. And just for that reason, I'm going to just below it say, okay, I'm going to make sure that everything goes to 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places, okay? Because if I rewrite it, it's gonna be very helpful to me. Now this is just a helpful tool. If you have an understanding of 5.8 is smaller than 5.81, or is greater than 5.78. You don't have to use this technique, but if you're finding it difficult to see, it's a helpful tool. So I'm going to say this one is 5.8, and I'm going to just, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one right here is going to be 5.7800. This one right here is going to be 5.8100. This one is going to be 5.7999. I don't need to put any more because I have 4 decimal places. This is going to be 5.7990. This is going to be 5.7900. You know what? I'm just going to keep this one as is because this goes 999999999 forever and ever. So I'm just going to write 5.79 repeating. So from least to greatest. So when I look at this, I just want to focus on, because they all start with 5, right? 5 point something. So I'm going to look at this one right here. Okay, 8,000. 7,800. Oh, I know that 7,800 is smaller than 8,000. So let's see if 7,800 is is bigger than anything else. Nope, nope, nope. So my smallest one is going to be 5.78. Now I'm just going to put 5.78 because that's the one that the question leaves us with. This right here, the stuff that we wrote down, is just kind of like a helpful tool. But the actual question asks us to list these numbers from greatest to least. So that's how we're going to answer it. The next, and I'm just going to put a check mark beside it, or on top of it, so I know that we've dealt with it. So then 7,800, then I would say 7,900 is our next one. So we know that it's going to, and I'm just going to refer back to the original right here. 5.79. So we've done that one. So 7,900 is just below 7,990. So 5.799, which is the one that's associated with this one. The next one is going to be 5.7999. And then we know that just under 8,000, okay, and I'm just looking at the numbers as decimals, just under the 8,000 is going to be 7,999.99999 going on forever. So that's going to be our 5.79 repeating. So we only have 2 left. We have 5.8 and 5.81. I know that 5.8 is less, so 5.8, 5.81. Good. The next example I will do in the next video.